All right, welcome, cosmic beings. It is February 16th. I am coming to you with our energy update, our energy exchange. So thank you so much for being here, supporting my channel. And we're going to get right into the bell ringer that we are experiencing. I am fascinated on how everything is connected. And I think that more and more of us are going to start understanding our cosmic role in the universe as planet Earth being the body, the womb, and also us being very connected to not only the earth, but the cosmos and creation itself. And so that's what made me feel drawn to start paying attention to these energetic shifts that we are all experiencing, heading our way into the Aquarian age, and we're getting a good taste of that. Today, the moon is currently in Aries, but it will be moving into the earthy sign of Taurus this evening at 10:12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So anytime we have that earth energy, we can experience an uptick in earthquakes and earth activity. And we're experiencing that now because as of last night, we had quite the bell ringer going on. So first of all, let's pull up the chart. Here it is. We have the Saturn square Uranus already underway, which is huge because this is our structures and our foundations, but it's in this Aquarian energy of learning from the past, our life lessons, so we can go forward into a new, more collective way of building our foundations. And then Uranus, of course, being the current ruler of Aquarius, is about innovation, about understanding our cosmic connection. And it's funny because Saturn traditionally was the Aquarius planet, but that has shifted and changed now that we've learned more about what is in the heavens and as above. So that is a continued energy, and it will be, we're already feeling it now, finding new ways, reflecting upon how the old structures did not work and finding new ways with our values, with beauty, but Taurus energy also too, and I fail to mention this often, is our true worth, our self-worth, not a superficial self-esteem, type of thing, but a worth, knowing our value in the cosmos. So I find that interesting. Mercury is still retrograde at this time, and I feel like this Mercury in Aquarius is a lot of aha moments for people, a lot of reflecting on not only what the structures were of the past, but also being that visionary, being that one who we're just getting a lot of energy in our intellect, but we're also getting a lot of cosmic intelligence shifting and changing. And with it being right there with Jupiter, it can be a beautiful time of expansion in our consciousness. So I think that's pretty cool. First of all, I want to look over here at the Schumann resonance. We do have some energy influxes. This was, I noticed it started last night, and it looks like it's continuing today and currently also feeling that. And how this affects us is because this is Gaia's heartbeat. This is Earth. We're all connected. And what I find interesting and I'm starting to learn about is this K index. So it's telling us here on space weather that there are currently cracks in the Earth's magnetic field, and the Earth's magnetic field is the buffer, the protection around the planet. This K index, when it has cracks in the magnetic field, it allows more intensity of that solar wind to come into Earth. So it definitely has an influence and an impact on us because we are in bodies. And it is also, I feel like, this is just my perspective, but I feel like the more and more influxes that we are getting in the Earth's magnetic field is lowering and not buffering out the cosmic energy of our sun and our central sun. That is truly what is creating, helping influence the rise in the consciousness, the Christ light, so to speak. You know, your pineal gland coming online. But of course, you have to, in the body, purge all of the years of things that they've done to dumb us down, which, you know, is endless, whether it be what they spray in our atmosphere, the injections that they overload your children with, the fluoride that they recommend for everybody, which is not good for us. So we're in this purification. And so it's super important too, as we are building in the waxing phase of the moon, building up to the full moon in Virgo on the 27th, which is about the body. And Virgo is mutable. So she's not the initiator of things, but she can transform things. We all have Virgo somewhere in our chart. And her ruling planet is Mercury. But what I've learned recently is that Chiron is also affiliated. So the wounded healer, she's the one. Virgo is the energy, and you don't have to be just a Virgo, but Virgo is the energy that can transform and transmute the wounds and embodying it. So listen to your body more than ever, because we are all building into that full moon energy. So the K index, I've learned that when it's green, you can basically say it's good. When it goes into yellow, which goes right hand in hand with what we seen on the space weather, that there is a crack in our magnetic field that's around the planet. And so more solar radiation can come in, and that would go hand in hand with the Schumann spike. When it is red, that's a high influx where it can interrupt communications, and it also has a direct link with our mind, our cosmic mind. It has definitely got an influence over human behavior. And so I find that pretty cool to see how that works hand in hand. So we're definitely having a influx of that energy right now, and we are in a solar minimum. Apparently those cycles, the sun goes in 11-year cycles, and we are in a solar minimum. So just imagine what it is. I didn't research this, but to see what it heads into when we're in a solar maximum. So, you know, they talk about all the time that the magnetic pole of Earth has shifted. And we're seeing that with our weather. You know, the jet streams have shifted and changed, and people that have been living in certain areas for the majority of their life are seeing weather that they don't normally see. Well, that's because we're all connected, right? It would be just wonderful if they would start educating people on the significance of that, so that people could be, you know, more prepared. But I want to head over to the helicopters, which are seismographs across the globe. And we had 17 asteroids that came close to Earth within the last 24 to 48 hours. And so as we see that weakening in the magnetic shield or field around the Earth, and the solar activities coming in, and we're seeing that K index in the yellow zone, it's almost like a green is good, yellow is kind of a caution, and red is like, hello, pay attention, we could lose power grids, you know, that type of energy. But think about how this is all connected to not only our body, but our minds, how it has an influence over our bodies and our behaviors. And the more educated you get on it, the better you can be. And listen to your body on what you need to assimilate to the shifts and changes of our bodies, our cosmic minds coming online, the purification process that we are all in as we are headed into this Aquarian age. And so I just wanted to bring up a few of these because we have a bell ringer going on. So this energy is felt by all. There we got the Dominican Republic. I want to get into a few places nearby. And apparently there was a 7.7 earthquake near Japan. So again, of course, this is all, whether it's just all connected, whether it be the asteroids or the Schumann resonance, the frequency of the magnetic field. Earth itself is humming right now. So look at this Alaskan island, Alaska. I mean, there are major activity going on. New Mexico, Antarctica's buzzing. Well, the whole planet's buzzing. I looked at these last night. There's another Alaska and Oregon. I wanted to get down towards Michigan because you don't usually see a lot of activity on the seismographs for the state of Michigan where I reside, and you know that it's just a collective whole, the whole planet. Look at Texas, crazy. And I believe they are getting ice and snowstorms down there too. Not quite the typical weather on the Gulf, but we are again in a cycle where everything has shifted. Massachusetts, of course, it's a bell ringer everywhere. And this activity is still picking up on the seismographs today. You can feel this buzzing within your body if you're sensitive and connected to the energy of your body, the womb of Gaia. Australia is really humming. Hawaii, look at this. Just look. I mean, it's a bell ringer, whatever it is. This could be, because it's picking up so strongly on the seismic activity, you know, this is when you see new islands form. This is when you see land masses shifting and changing. And as we know, the map as it is currently today is nothing like it was in the past. So keep that in mind. We're definitely in major shifts and changes. Look at New Zealand. I wanted to see a Michigan one, of course, just because I am from Michigan. Indiana, I see when it's getting all the way up into the north, you know that it's a bell ringer. It's the whole globe. It's not just one area. Wyoming, we really don't want that volcano going off, quite frankly, but if it does, it does, right? Even New York, look at that. Michigan, Ann Arbor, Michigan, and I noticed I did look on Grayling last night, which is farther north, and it's just being felt everywhere. So basically, bottom line is we got a bell ringer going on, whether it be just everything, whether it be the asteroids that were very close to Earth and the Earth's atmosphere over the past 24 to 48 hours, that yellow K index, where the magnetic field of the Earth was weakened and more solar activity was coming in. And of course, it's connected with the Schumann spikes as well. So I felt pretty good through this so far last night and today, but my awareness of it has created me to listen to my body and to be able to adjust and, you know, do whatever it is that I need to do to work with the energy that we're all shifting through instead of having it feel like I'm resisting it and working against me. So let's just do a spirit animal. I don't use these often enough, and I need to because I just absolutely love them. Call upon the divine. I call upon the light and the Holy Spirit to guide me through some shared messages today for our energy share for February 16th. Again, always timeless. Take what resonates, leave the rest. It's very, very cold in my state, and I always find it amazing where you can literally see the shifts in the frequencies and the energies. Again, like I share often, it affects everything. Wildlife, you know. We got dumped on another about 2 to 4 inches of snow last night. Temperatures dropped quite low, and it just seems like the seasons just keep shifting out farther and farther. And that goes hand in hand with what they're telling us about the magnetic poles of the earth have shifted. Therefore, the jet streams change, and we're witnessing weather in areas that are not normal for us in our lifetime shifting and changing. So I find that interesting. The abundant universe will provide. I like that for today. So again, this is a reminder that we are cosmic, that we're guided, that we're protected. It's important to check in with yourself every day. It's important for you to ground not only to the earth in your body and listening to your body, but also connecting with the divine. A lot of the body work and the energetics of us is important for, that's where it's important to get in tune with yourself, because we're not only changing on the physical level, but we're also shifting and changing on the magnetic and frequency. So even our left brain, right brain becoming more in harmony. And it's important to, you know, cleanse and purge yourself. The abundant universe will provide. So knowing while we're going through all these shifts and changes that all is well, everything we need. In fact, that's something I'm noticing, I'm reflecting upon a lot, is how we are not, well, it was at the demise of humanity to get into overconsumption, materialism, not being in sync with nature, not being in sync with the stars in the heavens. You know, everything is a cycle, everything is a season. And when man has manipulated time, that gets us out of sync of our own rhythm. And when we get in sync with our own rhythm and what we truly value and what's truly important, we have an understanding that the universe does provide everything we need. We just been too long in this energy of being takers, right? So I love that. Do a moonology. Again, we're in that waxing phase now. We're in this building up energy. You could be having aha moments through the next couple weeks where you need to shift and change within yourself as we're building up to the full moon in Virgo. I'm going to be doing a special on Chiron and Aries because that is super important for many of us, and it's generational on kind of what we need to do to heal our wounded healer and become the true healers that we are. So I was doing a lot of research on that last night. I just love it, so I'll end up sharing it here. Fiery climax approaches, full moon in Aries. Aries is a initiating energy, and that's another thing too. Fiery climax, we're in the moon phase of Aries right now. So you could be feeling a little fire within you, a little bit of energy to get some things started, whether this be scheduling yourself some body work, whether this scheduling yourself some sort of massage or Reiki. This building up momentum will continue, like I said, until there's the culmination of the full moon in Virgo towards the end of the month. It's always the waxing and the waning, letting go. What is it that we could be working on right now from my Black Moon astrology deck? I'm not too sure that I'll be on today, but I will be uploading the videos, a little extra video on the Chiron generation of Aries. And that's another thing too, Chiron is in Aries and that ruling planet is Mars. And so a lot of us in the Chiron and Aries generation, as we're wounding and as we're becoming awake to what's been happening globally for years and we're stepping out of the programming, it is very common to have anger come up. How I say this all the time on my channel is anger is not a bad energy. Anger just needs to be channeled in the right direction, whether it be through a passion, something that gets the fire lit under your own ass, so to speak. So the overall energy of the Buffalo Spirit's awesome. The abundant universe will provide. It's all connected. And we are in the womb of Gaia, to where we need to get back into sync with honoring her, that she sustains us, and that great creator did provide everything, still does. Humans just gone on to this highly materialistic overconsumption. Pisces, I believe, so have faith. Don't check out. Pisces energy is very intuitive, very sensitive. This is where we pick up the energy of other people. It's important to clear your energy field. That is coming up huge for me to share right now. Envisioning yourself protected. As an empath, here's something that I've been having come into my awareness, that it is okay for me to have compassion, and that's how we interact with others, but it is not acceptable for me to absorb the hurts and the pains of others. So cleaning your energetic field and having a strong faith in yourself that you can do this by listening to your body, to listening to your smart body, to listening to your energetic body, to listening to your heart and soul, connecting every day with the spirit that you are, because Pisces is very, the fish swimming down and up, embodying it, embracing it, but not absorbing other people's energetic, woes. So that's cool. Let's do an I am. Well, no, let's do a chakra oracle, then an I am. I have to go to town and get feed for my farm tomorrow, so I may not be on, but I have a couple of specials I need to put up, actually. One is the Chiron and Aries generation, which is April of 68 through March of 77. So we're kind of at the forefront of the changing, wounded healers rising, so that we can see a difference and change for the collective going into this Aquarian age. So call us the way showers, call us the rebels, call us the true healers. Destiny. Silver is the neutral, which is spirit. Balance in your yin and yang, balance in your feminine masculine, merging and uniting like the bridegroom of the left brain, right brain, getting on your destiny and finding out what you need to be here for. And you can do that through your astrological chart. And that's where I absolutely was drawn to astrology, and I see the significance of it, because it's not only a snapshot of exactly the time and the placement of where we were born, it's unique to each person. And we're not just here to pay bills and die. We're set here as a soul on a mission to get into what it is that really brings us a passion and a fire. And so I love this. It's not only being embodied in your body, but it's also connecting with the divine and having that understanding that the universe does provide. All we have to do is get into sync of what our destiny is. So that's the I am affirmation for today's energy share. Thank you so much for being here. I'm terrible about promoting myself. I need to stop that. I am also on Divine Divination, where I share different things. So Telegram at t.me/divine divination. I would love to see you there. I would love to get more dialogue going there too. And comments are always appreciated. I am strong. Yes, you are. Time to be spiritually courageous. Time to believe in yourself. I believe that's all I have to say on that. You are strong. It's a wonderful affirmation. And you do not always have to take forward this strong energy to where it's out of balance with your feminine and you're not asking for help when you need it. It's definitely a time when it's time to get into social circles where you are all lifting each other up and letting each other know that they're not alone. We've all been through trauma on this earth plane, and it's time to unite under this Aquarian energy and being unique and bringing forth your unique expression and collaborating with others, finding innovative ways to share and communicate and hold visions for what we would like on this planet of Earth as a human experience for the collective. I send this to you guys with so much love, and thanks for being here with me. Give this video a like, thumbs up. Let me know how you're feeling, how you're healing, and I will see you the next time.